Have you ever seen those TV shows where the experts claim they can tell if someone is lying just by watching their body language? The idea that you can decode a person's thoughts and intentions from small gestures like blinking or fidgeting is very alluring. But the reality is that reading body language reliably is not that simple. Individual gestures or tells can actually mean many different things depending on the context. So in this video, we're going to look at a better approach to reading body language. One that avoids the myths and helps you understand what people are really communicating. A common myth is that there are certain universal gestures that reveal deeper meanings like deception. For example, some claim that blinking rapidly is a surefire sign that someone is lying. However, research shows that increased blinking is simply a response to stress or cognitive load. It doesn't necessarily mean the person is lying. They could just be trying hard to remember something accurately. The truth is, almost any gesture you can think of has multiple potential meanings. Crossed arms could mean defensiveness, but it could also just mean the person is cold or comfortable. So looking for single tells is an unreliable way to try to read body language. Instead of looking for coded gestures, the better approach is to pay attention to overall patterns and deviations from those patterns. With people you know well, colleagues, friends, family, you become familiar with how they typically hold themselves and move. You can then pick up on when their body language deviates from that norm, which often signals a stronger emotion. For example, if your usually reserved coworker comes in bouncing with excitement, you can reliably read that as signaling something positive, even without words. The key is not to make accusations based on body language alone, but to use it to sense the person's emotional state or openness to what you're discussing. Ultimately, you have to look at both the actual words people say and how they say it, with their body language, tone, facial expressions, and other non-verbal cues. The most reliable approach is to consider someone's total communication across all those channels over time. With practice, you can become a better reader of those integrated signals from the people in your life. In summary, forget about trying to decode gestures like a human lie detector. Instead, focus on reading patterns, emotional states, and the combined words and body language as a whole. With this more holistic approach, you can become skilled at reading body language reliably without buying into the myths and unrealistic expectations. It just takes time, practice, and openness to all the signals people send. Thank you so much for watching, my friends. I truly appreciate you taking the time. As we wrap up, I want to hear from you. What other topics would you like me to cover in future videos? What burning questions do you have about understanding human behavior and communication? Drop all your suggestions down in the comments below. Your input means the world to me, as I aim to create content that enriches your lives and helps you navigate our wonderfully complex world a bit better. Speaking of enrichment, I'll leave you with this parting thought. May your path ahead be filled with joy, thankfulness, and ever-deepening human connections. After all, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Opening our eyes and hearts to seeing and understanding one another. So stay curious, keep observing the subtle signals, and above all, lead with compassion. I'll catch you next time with another insightful exploration. Until then, take care.